story with Mammito, I hadn't even gotten context with the story until like earlier on today when Turi actually explained to me what was happening. And this was then before I knew we were having this conversation on the show. So basically what happened was, we all know that Jowie, Irungu, it's such a conflicted story. At first, before I knew like the backside of the story, I was just like, yeah, let him get the chair, let him get the whatever. I even think we spoke about it yesterday or day before yesterday, when we were saying that death sentence in Kenya is like it's not, we don't do the chair, we don't do death sentence. Death sentence is equivalent to you basically all your life in prison, like you are life imprisonment. And we spoke about it in passing, and I was like, yeah, he did commit according to the law and according to the evidence that was presented, and even the judge that presided over it, she said, yeah, you killed that woman, so yeah, you need to go, like you need to go, you are in prison for the rest of your life. But there are so many rumors coming up right, left and center about this allegations that maybe he didn't do it, maybe someone else did it, allegedly, maybe someone else did it and then they were planting it on him, and people are saying things along the lines of like the very cryptic messages about, like there was some guy who was saying, please stop taking the cross and bearing the cross for someone else. You didn't do it. Just speak your truth and let the appeal go on again, you know? So it's a very conflicted story, but the person who apparently didn't get that memo and is kind of like, all of us are like on the fence about it. Right now, it seems Mammito was not on the fence about it. She was clear on what the judgment was, what the ruling was, and she stood her ground. So much so that she went ahead and did a post on social media, specifically on her Instagram stories, where she did a parody of the song Jolene by what's her name? I forget. Dolly Parton. She did a parody of that song. I don't know whether, do we have the video? We may not have the video. However, she did a parody of that song where she was saying Joey, 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 and adding other lyrics to it. So like basically she said, Joey, be ready to be part of the scam, go to prison and scam us from prison, go to prison and get yourself a prison wife, or be the prison wife. Basically, don't drop the soap. You all know the joke. And she was basically kind of just like piling on to the fact that he's going to prison, and we are going to probably go, and she said, you already have songs, so at least we know you're going to do very well when it comes to the prison talent shows, which I found really funny. Honestly, I found it very, very funny. But again, this was before I was privy to more information. So when I watched it, it was like really dark, because it's like
dark humor.
It's really dark humor, because like someone who's just been convicted, like they have parents, they have all of these people who love them and care for them. In fact, the picture of the mom, the dad, and some other lady on the side, I don't know who the lady was, the sister, it just looked like they were sad. Like they were really sad that their son is going to prison for the rest of his life. It was a very sad story. So once you start to think about it, it's giving the same energy as when Butita made a joke, and he said like he knows the script back to front. He's going to write the script and send it to Netflix. Like it was that kind of dark humor. You get what I'm saying? So basically, guys are like, yo, no, this is wrong. People went so much as to go on her socials and give their comments. In fact, that post has about 10 to 11,000 comments as we speak now, where people are saying things like, really high class insensitivity. Had someone else saying, someone else saying, I went to prison for 4 days ago for a medical camp. People are going through it. Mammito, no. I love you, but no. Other people saying, no, consider his family, especially his mom. How do you think they're feeling? We had a lot of people, including Flaco, who was just like shaking his head on the comment section. Like he had comment section emojis where he was just shaking his head, saying no. We had so many celebrities coming up and saying no. Other people saying, most insensitive joke I have seen in the recent times, not funny at all. Someone else saying, if it was the other hand or the other way around, would she still create this? And this was like the battle of the feminists versus when men do something, or when tragic things happen to men and women are never really talking about when things are happening to women. We're all over there saying, yes, die. But when it's the other way around, we're all quiet. And then other people saying, personally, I got chauffeured by a person who spent 7 years in prison. The man made me realize how prison is actually a living hell. It's not funny. It is sad. It's way too unfriendly to post this. It's not funny at all. So a lot of people had sentiments of like, please don't do this. Well, clearly I was the only person who thought it was funny, but it's again because I didn't have enough context. Now that I look back and I'm like, yeah, but if you really think about it, his parents are probably going through like a really tough time. Yes, he may have been accused of doing something really horrible, but if there are speculations that he maybe didn't do it, then that's a bigger issue that we need to converse and talk about. Like, there is so much about the story that is heartbreaking at the same time. Like, if you do not know the context, you're assuming, yeah, he killed someone, so might as well go to prison for the rest of his life. It's such a complicated story. So if I really think about it, I think I'll take what Mammito did as a joke, right? Every time we see something trending, we hop on that trend and we make a parody for it or we make a joke for it. And this is what we know Mammito for. We've seen her doing the en chocolat or en croissant, and then she says en croissant. So then she makes a parody of it and says korogosho or toi. Like, she does this. This is what we expect from her, to make a parody or to make a joke out of something really difficult and make it a lighthearted thing, right? So I don't blame her for the comedy. However, maybe I don't know. I really don't know what. I think it was a funny. If you take Joey out of it, it's a really funny joke. But like, once you put Joey into it and then the context of it all, maybe it was a bit insensitive. It was a bit. What's the word you used? It was basically, it did not land well. The joke didn't land properly simply because it was too close to home. I don't know. I still think it was funny. The joke in itself was funny. But yeah, if you really think about the fact that a man is going to jail for maybe something he didn't do and for the rest of his life, it's actually really sad.
At the end of the day, someone did die.
Someone died.
Monica's life was taken away. This babe was at the prime of her life, and here she is dead. Obviously, her family wants justice, her family wants closure, and justice has been served to them.
Yeah.
So if they didn't come out and put it in our faces, the father actually came out and gave a very sane comment and just said, justice has been served, we can finally be at peace and just know that we were vindicated. Like, we finally know, this has happened.
Yeah.
We can be at rest now. But Mammito's joke was a bit tone deaf. The comedic timing was so off. If she made it like it's just a joke and didn't have to involve Joey, that would have been funny.
Yeah,
because comedy is us relating to something. We can relate. We have gotten a phone call from somebody saying, I'm in committee, or maybe nimetoka to do this telecommunication company.
Yes.
Do what is your sim? So we all have
we are privy to the content
the
of the
scams
joke.
that happen in prison. We have all, as Kapamia said, you dropping the soap. We all know these jokes, and they would have been funny if she didn't have to personalize it and specifically, curate the content around Joy. Let's have some empathy, because at the end of the day, this is someone's life that's been upended. The court has decided that's it for you. So for all of his living life, he won't be free. Like, he's in prison. So yes, he may have done something wrong. He may have taken somebody's life. He is a murderer. He's a horrible person. Yes. But, why are you trying to capitalize off of that? It just felt a bit off. It felt like, and we're not empathizing at the same time. We're not empathizing with the fact.
Like, the judge sat down with evidence.
She's not a mad woman.
There's no way this person sat down, listened to this case for it. And it's been going on for a long time, by the way. This has been going on for a long time.
It's almost 5 years now.
Yeah, this case has been going on for a long time. And even before she gave the judgment, the ruling a few days ago, she said, I'm so sorry, I'm not going to give the ruling today. Then she came back and did it after, I think, a day or 2 days later.
So it's not a light decision,
so it definitely was not a light decision. But like, the way Mammito is also still playing about it is really funny, because she said she's reunited. I have witnessed a rare occurrence, something that hasn't happened since 2012, and she added that I am in hot fire. I am but a small, thin woman with no behind, and I am not as attractive. How dare I joke about a beautiful accused person, but your unity, how it fills my soul. Like, she's really taking it very lightly.
She doubled down on her.
Yeah, this is the comment. I have witnessed, the comment was just pulled up. She said she's a woman who is thin, and she's okay with it. Like, people, like, she took it as a context of, because Joey is a good-looking guy, we are all defending him, or people on the internet, on the comment section, are defending him because he's like a good-looking guy, and she considers herself not a very attractive person. So how dare you, an attractive person, talks back about a very attractive person?
That's
which I feel like is not the story here. Maybe she missed it as well. I don't know. I think maybe
let's just be empathetic, and let's be kind.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's all.
Joey has been convicted. He's now going to serve his life sentence in prison. And if they appeal again, we are willing to see and hear him out. But maybe this should be like one of those stories where we see the case being shown. Like, what was it? The Pirates of the Caribbean guy. What was his name?
Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. Maybe if we also were privy to, but I don't know.
Listen, it was just distasteful. Let's just finish
she
by
shouldn't
saying
have gone there.
it was a very distasteful joke. The same way we came for
energy
Eddie
for
Butita when he said he's going to make a docu-series or a movie about it. We were like, why would you do that? These are people's lives. These are actual human beings. So for her to just come out and make that video making fun of him, it was a bit distasteful. Because especially when you see like the moms and the sisters crying really on social media, and then
like we need to remember at the end of the day, this is someone's son.
They're actual human beings involved.
Family, like regardless of what is happening, he does have family who we need to also be considerate about. Nice.
That was heavy. That was heavy.